Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio and I'm Sally, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 3 different smocking designs, but I've got some really lovely fabric and I'm going to put all 3 different patterns on there, and I just want to see what that combination is going to look like, how it's going to alter the fabric, the surface volume as well. So shall we get straight into the video? Let's do it. Hi, so I thought that I would share with you an idea that I had. I wanted to mix up a couple of the smocking designs. So you've just been watching the time lapse there and you would have seen that, well, I'll just explain it a little bit more here. So what I've done is I've put the ripples design, this one, on the top of the fabric. The ripples one looks like that blue one over there. So I've done that down. I've got this dusty pink polyester cotton mix fabric, which is lovely by the way. So yeah, I'm going to put the ripples design at the top there. So I've used this A3 design, but I've also enlarged it and extended it and pushed it across to the width of the fabric over there. Then I've left a bit of a gap to the next design, and the next one is the BRICKWORK smocking design, and again I've extended that across the width and I've also brought it down quite far, so it's bigger than A3. So I've just added a few more patterns to the bottom of that. I've used a friction pen. That's what the BRICKWORK smocking looks like. And then once again I've left a bit of a gap over here and then pop down to this leaf pattern here. So I've transferred the design across the width of the fabric. The leaf pattern looks like that one. It's gorgeous. So I've left a bit of a gap here and one at the bottom here. Extended that across. Did I do it just the width of the, yeah, I think I did it the width of the A3 laminate, but I've gone across the fabric. So I just want to see what it's going to look like with gaps in between different designs, because obviously once you do the actual sample, it's going to leave sort of ripples, obviously ripples from this ripple design, but kind of folds and gathers in between this gap here, and that will join onto the BRICKWORK smocking, and then there'll be a gap over here onto the leaf pattern. I think what I'm going to do is, so that I can just crack on with this and see what it's going to look like, I will leave linked below each of those designs so that you can have a go at doing those. So I won't demonstrate how I'm particularly going to do each of the sewing aspects, because I want to sort of see it as an experiment to see what things are going to look like. That's that one. That's that one. And that is the leaf pattern. So I'm going to be using my upholstery thread. I'm going to start at this top left hand side. You start over here, work your way down. Again, as I said, I'll leave a YouTube video for the ripples design, but I'm going to start over here and work my way across, and then you go to the next column there and then all the way across. So I'm going to get cracking. You can see that I've done the majority of that ripples design. So I've just done the last 2 parts of the pattern and very nearly done. It didn't take too long at all. So I haven't looked on the other side. I normally do have a little look as I go along, but I'm looking forward to the little surprise of the Canadian smocking design on the other side. So just on the last one now. So, gosh, that's stunning on that fabric, isn't it? Ooh, goodness, yay. Loving that. Gosh, that makes me want to do the whole thing in that. might have to do more of that one on another video. So anyway, that's that section done, and then we're moving on to the brickwork design. There is a bit of a gap there, the rest of the design over here. So I'm starting to sew from the bottom up. I'll leave the link of how to do the brickwork smocking below. Okay, so that was the first one we did, the ripples, and then I've just finished the brickwork smocking, which looks like, so there's a bit of a gap in between them, and then there's the brickwork. Isn't that lush? Love that. Love that. Yep. So now I've just got to move on to the third one, which is the leaf pattern. Now I just managed to start that off. Well, actually I've done a little bit more than I thought. Yeah, I've gone about halfway across. So again, I'll attach the video, the original video that I did for the leaf pattern, so you can see what I'm doing, but literally just working my way. Actually, I'm starting from the bottom, working up on each of those and starting to take shape. So I've deliberately left a gap in between them, and we'll have a look at how that looks as a combination at the end. So we are done. Here we go. This is the back, obviously, and then, oh, look at that. Those ripples coming down into that design. That's nice. With that edge there. Yummy. Yeah, that looks good. So that's that side. How cool is that with the 3 different designs? I wanted to have these kind of gaps in the middle to see where the fabric would go in terms of how it would lie. Whether it would go into the shapes from there, stemming off, which they do a bit, don't they? You can see that kind of joining down. So let's have a look on the mannequin. That's actually quite cute like that. So that's the kind of bottom of it, working its way up to the top. That's really lovely. I think I'm just loving the volume that's created around here as well. I know it's only a strip of fabric, but yeah, it's starting to look exciting. I'm liking the combination of the smocking together, the different patterns. Let's try another way. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video today with the smocking combinations, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already and you've enjoyed it today and you want to see more videos like this. Please leave a comment and a like, and I shall see you in the very next video.